So here we have Teri, Jacob and Mollie Collie. They're going out for a walk tonight. Yeah. Come this way, Mollie Collie. Could be glass over there, spin up. Careful, Bubba, go. I parked here because over where I normally park over there, there's tons of rubbish everywhere. So it's like, let's keep the puppies away from that as much as is possible, really, because it's difficult to get them away from it once they're there. Have to keep on shouting at them to bring them over, so it's like, no. They're still learning, aren't they? Anyway, yeah. Right, quick thing to point out to finish off this point about Karen. When I said about take evidence, that is with regards to everyone, not just people in an office situation, because I was talking about it in more of a work situation. But in any situation, get evidence. You know, nowadays every phone has a camera on it, record the person behaving in the way they are, and let everyone see. Let everyone see. Because guaranteed, you start telling people, oh, they do this, they do that. They're going to soon start denying it. They're going to soon start saying, no, we don't do that. We would never do that. Evidence. Have the evidence there. Record every single time. You might miss one or twice, but make sure you have your phone all ready on video as soon as you go anywhere near these people, so you can record it straight away. Come on, Collie. Well, because otherwise, the thing of it is that they desperately don't want people to see who they really are. The people who think they're nice, decent human beings, they don't want those people to see who they really are. Like, for example, they may say, and quite rightly, that you can't post them on places like YouTube, videos of them, that sort of stuff. Now, whether you can do that or not, don't know. Come on this way. Come on, Teri. Come on, Teri, come here. Teri, come. Teri, come on this way. Jacob, come. Good boy. That's better. Well done, Jacob. Good boy. Yeah, put it this way. That may be true. But then again, you can post it on their Facebook page, can't you? You can send them a message on their Facebook page and post that video there for all their friends to see, all their families to see. You can certainly do that. It's their Facebook page. They can delete it, then repost it. If they delete it, repost it. If they delete it, repost it. If they delete it, repost it. You know, see other friends they've got, post it on their Facebook pages as well. Make sure that their friends see who they really are. Guarantee, within no time at all, that person will stop speaking to you. If they think you're going to do that, if they think you're going to video their outbursts and stick them on their own Facebook pages so all their friends and family see who they really are, they're not going to do that anymore. No way, shape or form. Absolutely not. They're not going to want that on there, are they, really? Because, as I say, they're very, very careful. They have to be the victim. They have to be the victim. So any threat of exposing them as the aggressor, as the bully, they don't want that, do they? Not in any way, shape or form. They do not want that. No. So make sure you have evidence. That basically is the final point on the issue of Karens. Yeah, there's all these people out there that are Karens. Yeah, understand them, and you know, understand the way to diffuse them is to threaten to expose them. Take away their power, and we threaten to expose them. They won't want to be exposed. That's the point. They won't want to be. Yeah. They won't want mummy and daddy and friends and even work colleagues to find out who they really are. Because once work colleagues and mummy and daddy find out who they really are, they're going to lose their job. Their family is going to start to go against them or give them a hard time on their behaviour. They don't want that. They don't want that. They've been portraying the image to these people that they're the victim. So of course what they don't want is for it to be shown that actually all the while they were the ones starting this shit. They were the ones who were being the bully. They were the ones, trying to start this trouble. Yet they don't want that to be shown. They don't. Put it this way, is that going to defeat the person to the point where they won't ever find another victim? No, they're going to find someone else. But your job is to stop yourself being the victim. Simple. That's it. Take away the power they have over you. The power you've given them, really. That's the point. Teri, come. Teri, come. Come on, bud. Mollie, come. Come, Mollie. We're waiting for Border Collie again. Come on, Collie. No, I mean, the thing of it is that people have a choice of who they are and who they choose to be. If you choose to be that sort of person who is, as I say, look online, look on these videos of entitled people and all this sort of stuff. Look at how these Karens are viewed. They're not liked at all. Not when their true colours come out. They're not liked. People turn against them very, very quickly. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they don't like that in any way, shape or form. Not when they're exposed. No. So expose them. That's fair. Expose them. Yeah. There's no problem with that. Basically, even as a Christian, your job as a Christian is to bring light into darkness. Right? Truth. It's your job to bring truth. That is your job, is to bring truth into lies, into all this crap. So if you've got people who are putting on facade and lying to people, pretending to be lovely people and victims of this nasty person who's actually their victim, your job is to bring light to that situation, to bring truth to that. So even as a Christian, exposing that sort of stuff is right, is truthful, is good, is wholesome. That's not a bad thing. Covering it up is a bad thing. Going along with it is a bad thing. Not wanting to say anything in case it makes the situation worse is a bad thing. Expose it. That's what you should be doing. That's your responsibility. It is. Look. Even my situation, the people above me, they've been warned time and time again. They don't want me speaking about them on video. Then stop the crap. Stop coming out and saying crap to me. Look, even with regards to the dogs going out at night, I have a Vornado fan that I purchased because I have to have my window closed at night. The reason is because, partly you've got bird noises, that's one thing. But I know there's someone above who has a dog who gets up early, goes out, has a habit of slamming doors and slamming bins and all that crap. Right, as soon as that happens, my dogs start barking. I wake up. Not good, right? So my window's closed. I had this Vornado fan. It's brilliant. If you don't want to hear the dogs, close your windows. In the winter, it's not an issue, is it? Get a fan. Get a fan. You moved to somewhere where you've got dogs below you. You knew I was taking the dogs out in winter. I was taking the dogs out last summer. You knew I take the dogs out at this time of night, right? It's about 11:30, 12 now. You knew I take the dogs out at this time of night. This isn't something new. You don't want to hear the noise? Get a fan. Simple. Yeah, you expect me to change everything I do? Sod that. No. Get a fan. Don't expect me to bend over backwards for you. Every time you say something, I know it's probably a lie. So when you say that I'm disturbing you, then next night I hear that you're up way after I'm going to bed. You're still walking around. Like, excuse me, how am I keeping you up? Probably tonight. I'm walking these out now. Right, made no noise. Mollie doesn't make a noise, these two didn't make a noise. Guarantee you, they'll probably still be walking around when I get back. So therefore, how could it be possible that when I take my dogs out this time of night, I'm keeping them up from sleeping when they're set up anyway? Right, not possible, is it really? They're lying. It's something which they can moan about. Well, because the neighbours on the other side, you see. So, as I said before, neighbours on 62 started moaning about it. Again, they can soon get a fan, quite easy. I've been taking the dogs out for 5 years, way before the people upstairs moved in. People in 62 have been hearing the dogs been going out. All that time, they've only just started moaning about it. Yeah, I don't care. Is this the first hottest summer we've had? Nope. Tonight it's quite cold. It's not very warm at all. It's quite chilly actually, really. For really the 1st of August, it's quite chilly. So it's like, nah, don't like it, get a fan. Don't expect me to bend over backwards for you. Who on earth are you to expect that you're going to have power over me? You're kids. That's all you are. Yeah. I mean, the whole point of doing the walk and talks is to share stuff that is real. Not just to share stuff that's real, but also then to find ways to deal with that. You know, from a Christian point of view. How do you deal with it? Yeah, like exposing people that are Karen-esque sort of people is the right thing to do. There's nothing wrong with that in any way, shape or form. Is it going to cause upset to the Karen type person? Quite likely. But that's called tough. If you're someone who likes to cause upset to others, then sorry. Not sorry, really. You know, you get upset about being exposed for being who you really are. Don't be like that then. Your choice. It is really, isn't it? You know. Yeah, if you don't want to be exposed for being a certain way, don't be that way. You don't have to be, right? Nobody's forcing people to be like that. They're choosing to be like that. That's who they are, but they've chosen to be like that. They could choose to be different. I mean, you've heard the phrase, a leopard can't change its spots. Well, guess what? It's a bloody good job we're not leopards, isn't it, really? But that's the point, we're not leopards. We can change our spots. We can change because we're not leopards. We're human beings. We have a damn sight more intelligence than leopards. We have the ability to recognise right from wrong and sin. So therefore we can change. We can. If we choose to. If we want to. If you don't want to, that's up to you. Yeah? Come on, this way. Teri. Jacob, come. This way. This way, Bubs. Jakey. Come here. We'll go back up here briefly. Yeah, not for long. We'll do a tiny bit more. Well, if I've got anything more to say that's of any use, then yeah, we'll do a bit more. Yeah. Well, I mean, as I've said before about the people above me, I've said to them quite clearly, if you don't want me mentioning you in videos, stop giving me things to mention you. But they won't. They keep on doing it. So they don't have to. You're not in the situation of mentioning that my dog's pee and poo in the neighbour's garden, the other neighbour's garden. But again, you don't need to be coming out and having a go at me about that. Because first of all, the dogs don't do that really. Not that often at all. They really don't. It's not that big a problem. And second, if it is, talk to them about it, not me. Let them talk to me about it if they see it as a big issue. That's their job. But seriously, if they want me to clean up dog poo, if my dogs do poo in the garden, they can cut the grass so I can actually see where the dog poo is. Because at the moment, the grass is so high, I couldn't even see the dog poo if there was any there that my dogs had done. So, but in the end, look, if you don't want me doing videos about you coming out having a go at me about this, that and the other, and being a hypocrite, well then stop being a hypocrite. Don't come out and tell me that I shouldn't be watching you when you're then confirming that you're the one watching me, because you then say my dogs are not under control. Clearly they are under control. They are. Even this video, I call the puppies. The puppies, they're puppies. They're tiny babies. They're only, what, 3 to 4 months old? And yet they come when called. You know, I might have to call them a couple of times to leave stuff alone, but they're learning. Yeah, they're under control pretty much. Yeah, we were walking past people, I called them, they come away. That's what you call being under control. So all this rubbish that you watch me because my dogs aren't under control is just nonsense. It's utter rubbish. So, if you don't want to be mentioned, stop doing things to be mentioned. If you don't want to be exposed, stop doing things. Stop behaving in that way then. Yeah? Stop trying to play the victim. That's the thing. Choose another victim. Basically, Karens, go and pick on other Karens. They're the people who deserve it, right? Go and pick on them. In the end, you pick on each other, right? Try and pretend that you're the victim to the other victim, and that person pretend that they're the victim to you, and yeah, just play your stupid games together. Leave the rest of us out of it. Yeah, simple as that. You don't have to be that way, but when you choose to be that way, then yeah, consequences are going to come. That's the reality. They are. That's the way it should be. Certainly if you think consequences should come if someone says something unpleasant or unkind to you, then consequences should come on you as well, shouldn't they? Really. Yeah. But as I say, we're not leopards. Therefore we can change. So you can change. You don't have to be the way you are. But if you choose to be that way, great, continue. I don't care. I don't really. I don't. I mean, you're giving me content, right? When I come out here, you're giving me content to speak about. To speak about Karens, to speak about how to diffuse a Karen, to make sure that you expose Karens and stuff like that. That's content for videos. Cool, okay. You're giving me content. Continue, yeah? Go for it. Yeah. As I said, in the end, you think you're harming me by doing all the stuff you're doing. You're harming yourself. Because if you're right, if there's no consequences eternally or anything like that, then you're fine. Okay, continue doing what you're doing. But if I'm right, you all right, Bubs? Don't worry, it's just people shout as they're going past in their car. Don't worry, Bubs, I've got you. Come on, should we go back to the car? There you go. Yeah, if I'm right, then you've already condemned yourself. I mean, there are ways out of that. You have to repent. There are ways that you can repent now. You've been told that on video. If you choose to take notice, it's up to you. If you don't. But look, generally speaking, I'm not talking to the people upstairs. I'm talking to everyone. You choose to do what you want to do. That's okay. If you believe there are no consequences, okay, but if there are consequences, then if you're a Karen, if you are that sort of person, then I've said how you pay for that. I've said what you need to do. Basically, go to God, ask God how you get out of that situation. Simple. God's going to tell you how you get out of it, what you need to pay. And you will need to pay. If you're someone who believes other people should pay, if you're like a Karen type of person, and you believe that if someone has slighted you in some way, or someone hasn't served you beautifully in the shop or restaurant, that person should be sacked, that person should pay for what they did, then you have to pay. You have to pay. You can't ask forgiveness, you have to pay. That's the reality. Right? Matthew 7. You have to pay. The judgment you pass out is the way that you'll be judged, and the measure you use is the measure that will be used upon you. Right? So as a Karen, you may not believe there's consequences to your behaviour. But if I'm right, there is. And if I'm right, those consequences are going to be horrific. But if you want to continue down that path, continue. It's up to you. I don't care. Right, Jacob, Jakey, come. Come, Baba. Leave the birdies alone. Come on, Jakes. Jacob, come. Jacob. Come, Jakes. Come, Teri. Come, Teri. Choo-choos. Mollie, stay there. You're not going in there, Bubs. Let's turn your collar off, Bubba girl. Jakey, come. Jakey, come, Bubba. Oh, you came back. Come on, in you go. I need to lift that lid up. This collar doesn't like to turn on and off, does it? Right, Teri, come. Come, Bub. Get you in there with Jakes. Here, Jakes. Here's your boyfriend. There you go. At least you stay in there. Because Jakes wasn't in there, she ran out straight away. Come in, Mollie, do your collar. Good girl, you go. Look, the reality is, people, you decide to be who you want to be. Mollie, come, in you go. Go on, Babs. That's it. Does it sound in any way, shape or form that in any videos that I've made, I begged any of you to stop being who you are? No. No. I don't care. I'm not trying to tell any Karen or any cancel culture person, I'm not trying to beg them to stop being who they are. I'm simply telling them that there's going to be consequences to them being who they are. And certainly if they continue, the consequences are going to get worse. As they generally do. If you do anything where there's bad consequences of your behaviour, the more you continue doing that bad thing, the consequences generally are going to get worse. That's the way of it. Sowing seed, bear fruit. The more seed you sow, the more fruit you're going to bear. If you sow bad fruit, bad seeds, you're going to bear bad fruit, generally speaking. Right? But the more seed you sow, the more fruit you're going to bear. That's the reality. I'm not lying to you. That's the reality. That's the situation. Right? I'm not begging anyone to stop. You want to continue, continue. I'm simply saying that the victims of those people should expose those people. They have a responsibility to others to expose those people. We need to stop this Karen culture. We need to, well, put it this way, we've had cultures in the past. We've had chads in the past. Chavs and people like that. Chav is a thing of the past. It's a thing of the past because chavs, got a bad reputation and people were against the whole idea of chavs. They got rebuked and ridiculed. And the chav went away. The yuppie was another thing that was around. That went away. Again, it was a way of thinking. Yuppie, it was a way of behaving. It was a way of pretending you were better. That was basically entitled people beforehand. The yuppie. They were quite entitled. They're gone. They're a thing of the past now. There's no reason why Karens can't be a thing of the past, but they're not going to be a thing of the past if people just keep on putting up with Karens. Right? The reality is, we've got to say no. We've got to say enough to these people now. I mean, look, they're going to be followed by someone else. Of course they are. They're going to be followed by another way of behaving, another attitude that a lot of people take up. Yeah. And when that happens, we'll deal with that. That's fine. But it certainly is a case that, yeah. Yeah. The job of Christians is to speak truth. The job of Christians is to bring light into darkness. Simple. It doesn't matter whether the worldly people don't understand that. It doesn't matter whether the worldly people don't like that. Yeah, my channel is calling them all Christian. The purpose of my channel is to talk about things that normal people go through. If you don't want to be a subject in my channel, then stop being a subject in my life. Simple. Right? I don't go out my way to talk about people. I meet loads of people on a daily basis. I meet people in the supermarket, I meet people in the gym. I meet people in the gym, I even talk to people in the gym. Generally speaking, I don't talk about those people in my videos. Not that often. Unless there's a story to bring, that's a good story to bring. Right? Generally speaking, that's the way it is. Yeah? There are other things that I'd rather be speaking about. I'd rather just walk around and not do a video. If God hasn't given me something to say, I'd rather just not say a thing. Yeah, of course. I'd rather just walk around and not say anything at all. But, you know, if you want to keep giving me stuff to do videos about, then I'll keep doing videos about it. That's fine. There are people who will always try and step on other people, give them a chance. And those people should be exposed. Simple. Should just be exposed. Simple as that. Yeah. I mean, talking about all this sort of stuff about people stepping on people, I saw a video earlier that was absolutely lovely. Really, really beautiful. I'll try and find it actually. It was I can't remember what the video was. If I can find it, I will find it. It was one of these videos, but it's basically where a restaurant person was incredibly poor. Basically earning minimum wage at the restaurant, struggling to feed themselves, basically having crap food all the time. And often while working in the restaurant, they'd be chucking away food that was perfectly good food. Just, you know, somebody said it was a bit too spicy, somebody says it wasn't quite hot enough or wasn't quite what they wanted, so they'd just chuck it in the bin. This person would then eat this stuff. Now the owner spotted this person doing it, so the owner just sort of smiled. Then after a while, the owner said, you know, handed the person a pizza and said, stop eating the trash food. One sec. Oh, she's out late. How you doing? One sec. Yeah, I was saying about the owner. So the owner gave this person pizza, but gave this person pizza pretty much every night. When the owner wasn't there, the owner's father gave the person pizza. When it was a different day, he always was given another meal by the person in charge of the bar, because the owner had told the people to do that. He later found out the owner was a mafia boss. This mafia boss had obviously done, or was actually linked to the mafia, but he was quite high up in the mafia, sort of thing. Well, look, this person high up in the mafia had done some things, obviously, that were quite bad in his life. That's something the person did that was really good, absolutely beautiful thing to do. You take care of someone. You see someone in need and you take care of them. Even some of the worst people have the capacity of doing incredibly beautiful things. That was a lovely video, seeing it. That's the point. Even some of the worst people have the capacity of doing something absolutely beautiful. And that's why also even the most beautiful people have the capacity of doing something absolutely awful. Goes both ways. So, there you go. I'll leave you to it. We've had a good walk. And Mollie's had a good walk and the babies have had a good walk. So they will sleep well tonight. So there you go. You sleep well tonight. I'll speak to you soon. God bless. Bye-bye.